Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and today is kind of a haul video. I visited my family some days before and we go back to India, me and my kid, and I bought lots of stuff from there, from the local market, and I love to share with you. I'm gonna use them in my crafting, my handmade things, my handmade card, as well as I want to make some new things for my home. So let's start it. So first we'll go with the stencils, and I really love the stencils. I have lots of them, but this one is a kind of a bigger one, and I bought some of these from Flipkart and Amazon from India. So and this one is I bought from Flipkart, and all of these I bought from the local store. So these are the stencils. You can see that they have the small kind of mandalas and small kind of intricate design. You can use that kind of a boho look on the wall stencil kind of things, because it's a kind of 12 by 12 one, but I can cut it apart and make it use of the small stuff also, as I'm starting new mark making and mixed media and abstract art also. I started video those of making those things. Yeah, and one thing more, first I decided that I gonna make another channel for the whole new painting world, but then I decided that I should not upload those video in the same channel, so that you can incorporate the same techniques there. So stay tuned with it. I'm gonna come with that also. And then this next one is kind of a swirly pattern, and this is kind of a dot, and I'm kind of very excited to use all of these. And this is having the circle, this is having some splotches and the rectangles, and these is kind of pure mandala kind of stuff, or rangoli kind of stuff. We used to do it in India. All these I bought from the local store. This is the another version of it. And then I like this, like it's a swatch, like blob of the colors, that you push the colors and then stab it on that. This is also that. And you can see that this is not that expensive also. And this one is kind of a burlap pattern. This one is kind of a brick pattern, although these bricks are quite a bigger one, but I really like how these are. And then when I bought one of these Buddhas, just to create something like with the maybe the gift handbags or something like that. And then some of these borders, and these all are the 4 different stencils, so you can use it. And then another thing I bought is lots and lots of jelly roll pens. It's like a golden pens. Nowadays I'm so obsessed with this golden thing turning around, and I'm using them more and more. And these are really nice one, like you can see. And this is from Uniball. Maybe you can have this, but I have these ones, as well as I bought these another one which is having sparkly and shimmer. It is having lots of color in it, and one packet I bought like only for the golden color. So I'm gonna use them in all my kind of what do you say, in card making and the drawings and the paintings. And yeah, I love those. Then I got this mop brush. So I have before with the mop brush with the Bristow, and I'll show you where is it. So just for the mark making, or when you want to make a more blob of it, I have lots of brushes still. I like it. So if your brush is like this is kind of a more fine tip kind of thing when you put the stuff on it. But these are the brushes where you can go with the kind of a mopping thing, and it's called the mop brush. And these mop brush are from Canva Zoom, so I bought these also. Just want to try. I have lots of brushes still I want to try, because I use the gouache, I use the acrylic color, I use the poster colors from India, as well I use the watercolors, although I don't want to mix all of those together. And these are kind of the liner brush. So what happened in the liner brushes, they have this kind of a long thing. So now it's a very hard, when you want to use it, you have to put it in a water and remove this kind of stiffness, the gum which they put in. So they hold more and more of the color, whether it's a poster color, watercolor, and then you can go ahead and you can get a longer, thinner line, so you don't have to dip your brush again and again. So I have already some of the liner brushes. Still I bought these, and let me show if I can show you. Yeah, this one is the another liner brush I have, which is also I bought it from India, and now I used it quite some time. It's a well loved brush. So this is the other thing I bought from there. Then another fun thing is I bought this small canvas. It came with the small packages. So it's kind of a pedalite which is kind of fabric acrylic colors, and you will get lots and lots of colors. So this is pearl metallic colors, and all of these are acrylic colors, so you can use them as kind of, what do you say, these are some what do you say, what are these colors? Also, these are not the regular one. This is kind of a different shade. Most of the times we put them in a bag so that we can see the colors. And then these ones are another acrylic color. So I got the whole box in some kind of, these are the more kind of, what do you say, more of the natural and more of the colors, which is kind of 12 color box and everything. So they came with a brush also. And then I bought this cute small pack. I saw all of this on the AliExpress, and if I pronounce it right, and what is that? Temu the craft haul, but I never bought them from there. I bought it, I saw it's in India, and I really like it. And it is kind of small thing where you can tasting your things, and you can make a small art journal with it. You can, you know. So I bought it. I don't know much about the paper quality of it. Although from the India, if you want to buy some nice handmade papers, Chitrapat is the good nice company. And believe me, I buy more supplies than I'm showing, cause I'm not able to just get it. All the supplies in my bag. So these are kind of the papers, kind of okay, not much good. But yeah, they say it's for the gouache, and I like this cold press small cutie book, so I bought these, and maybe we're gonna try something on that. Another thing is the glass colors. Last time also I bought the glass colors, and this 3D outliners. So these 3D outliners are the like I bought 2 of them. So these are the outliners like your Nuvo drops, or you can say any enamel dot you make with the liquid thing. So these are those, and you can make a nice outline. So now the fun stuff began. Some fun stuff I bought it from India, which I hardly I'm gonna put all this stuff in the bag like this. This brush also came with that, and I'm gonna just keep it aside from the view. So next thing is these blocks. So these are the wooden blocks. It's a kind of a stamping tool, and so I bought lots of them, these also. So what you have to do, and these are another one, so you can just put the acrylic color and then use your kind of sponge or a foam like this, and then you can put just like that, or just like that, and then you're gonna stamp on a I bought some of these small bags also. These are the grocery bags, putting for the vegetables, but I'm planning to stamp all those on these, and some of these tools. These I have there for a while. These are the dot tools, but main idea is with this is I want to try them on the paper, though how gonna they look on the paper, and how all of these colors go. And you can use this sponge, and you can decorate with this 3D dot. So I'm kind of playing with that, and I saw lots of people make a kind of art out of it, like I'll show you. So what they will do is, like, you're gonna choose some nice paper, more like the ethnic way, or whichever is matching to your craft, and then you're gonna put that thing here, and you're gonna frame it like that. Let me show you how I want to tell you. So you're gonna frame one thing, and like the paper, like the 6x6 or the 8x8, or you can do your own thing, and then in that frame you can stick this, and it's kind of a 3D wall art. If you want to color this, you can color this in a golden or brown or any color you want, or you can spray paint it. I will not do that, and you can put in them like a wall hanging. You can put them on the cloths also, and then you can have like this is my rag, but I'm telling you can have a nice beautiful cloth. Okay, let me show you what I'm trying. You can use these kind of frames, and you can put any fat quarter in it, like this one. This is not a fat quarter, but you can put this, and then you can stick this on it, and then you will kind of putting the lace around, or you can put if you are using the paper, you can embellish it, and you know, you can get this kind of thing over it. I'm a quilter also, but it's a long time I stopped quilting, but I still have a lots of stuff and lots of projects which I didn't complete yet. So you can do that, or you can put a nice paper inside. And let me see what I have. If I have a no, this will not work, but you have to go with nice thick papers like this. You can choose your watercolor paper, and you can put this frame inside. You're gonna put this, and you can put all these in a golden shimmer or a copper one, and you can do a little bit of copper on it, and you have to stick all this stuff together. So these things I bought from there. And then I bought nice books also. So most of the times I buy lots of books for my kid and me. He loves reading, and me too. So this time I bought this Indian art in detail. So actually India has a very wide range of art, because each state having a different kind of art, and they all have history. This is a kind of a fine art they use for the things, and different cultures and different state approach this art very differently. So here I'm not talking about only the paintings, I'm talking about the sculptures, I'm talking about the stories behind him. This just like this is the Pichwai. This is the one of our god Krishna's childhood thing, and you can see the Shilpa Shastra. So there are many things. This is Cheriyal painting, and Patachitra means you have that. This is Matani Pachadi. So you have lots of this, and I learned 18 forms of Indian art with different master artisan, but still I love to explore the things, and sometimes you got inspired. And this is one of the goddess book, so they have one thing here and one thing there. This is not the main thing I want to show, but I want to show you that I bought lots of things from India, and let's hope that how we can create with them, like this canvas. So why not we create something? Yeah, that's a good thing we can create today. And let's cut this small canvas. If you don't have a canvas, you can use the heavyweight acrylic paper, or you can use the, what do you say, another okay. So it's a time to speed up the process. I'll speed up the process, but what we will do together today is I want to share that first with you. We're going to create a small kind of art piece with whatever I bought from India. And now I totally understand that you are not going to India and buying these supplies, but see what you have, and you can incorporate that to make these kind of stuff. You can draw something to mimic it, or see what you have in stash and use that. And if you don't have that, you can print out these mandalas things from the internet or Pinterest, and then you can stick them with the Mod Podge on the this art project. So let's begin the art project. I will not what do you say, I will use these colors for testing them, as well as I'm going to use the sponge this time. We will use some of those stencils, these 3D liners, and this one also. So if you don't have this, maybe you have some kind of mehndi stamps and mandala stamps came few years before with the salmon says, I think you can use those also. I'm not sure what I'm creating here. I'm just creating a small art piece. So after putting the silicone sheet under this project, I just decided to add colors on the basic coat of yellow ochre and lemon yellow on it. And this is kind of I'm mixing the two colors directly on this small canvas pad, and you will get a nice brush strokes if you have the like flatter brush. Don't use your watercolor brush for all these techniques. Keep a different set of brushes, more the flatter brushes and other brushes for this. I'm then just taking excess colors and putting it back in there because I had to put too much colors on it, and but it's okay. It's never go wrong for the mixed media project. Everything is good. Now I'm choosing the golden color for this, and this is having kind of a metallic shimmer to it, and I'm adding couple of brush strokes here and there. I'm not mixing it very much. I really like the way it come with those texture of the brush strokes. And then I'm spreads little bit of Hero Art Fika shopping color on it, and I'm just kind of mixing it with the same brush. And look at this, how beautiful flowers they're gonna create with it. I'm just kind of creating some of it, and some of it I'm gonna put just like that. I really like that texture, and I'm just picking up little bit color and see that if I can print that color with the help of those wooden stamp on the paper, and that works. Then I put little bit of orange ink from the Hero Arts also, and then I'm using this color. It is kind of a copper metallic color and with the mandala stencil. So you don't have to be perfect for this. Just go ahead and make a little bit imperfect marks, and that gonna give you a really nice effect on your project. So here this Miss Media project is, I'm kind of having a little bit in my mind that how I want to turn it out, which focal image should I have. So I decided to use that image there. Now here I'm using that water to just clean up my sponge because acrylic paints dry very fast. I'm just taking excess color on that paper so that I can use that paper for collage or something else for tear apart and stick on any project of mine. And then I'm just wash that stencil and dry it apart. So if you don't want to go and you want a less hassle, you can just put a one tub or a small water container with you, and you can put your stencils and sponge there so it will not dry. And then I'm just using a little bit of heat gun wherever I've thought that it's like more intense colors or more layer of colors. And then I decided to use this Buddha stencil, and I'm really happy that I bought this Buddha stencil because it's like a long time thing that I want to do this, but somehow it didn't work that way. And then I choose, rather than choosing the red color, I decided to choose black and blue color, and I'm kind of making a mix of both the colors directly on my sponge, and then it will give me perfectly imperfect things as I told you before. And most of the times if you miss any spot, and if you can go ahead with the brush or your stencil brush, or you can go ahead with the same sponge, and that gonna fill it. Don't take much water while using stenciling. Don't take much product like the paint on your sponge because it will seep around, and then you will not get the image. Again, I don't want the perfect image, I want a less perfect image. So I'm very happy how it turned out. And then I kind of remove in a one stroke, and you can see that blue and black shade there. And then I'm just putting one printer paper to get the excess color from that. And then again I'm cleaning my stencil the same way. I put the paper around, and then I'm gonna wash everything just with the running water. Make sure you wash your stencils and brushes as you go through, because if you don't, they're gonna ruin everything and they're gonna stick, and you have to throw them, and you will not able to use them in your next project. Okay, after that small alert, let's come back to our project. I had little drops of the lattice Liquitex acrylic ink in a golden color there. although in the camera it didn't catch that much, but in real life it have that shimmer, and I really like it. I use it little drops here and there, and then I just use the sponge to, you know, mix those around that canvas. And still my canvas is pretty wet, it's not that totally dry, so it's gonna observe that. And then next I want to add these rub-ons. So I want to try these Hero Arts rub-ons on the canvas panel. I never try them, I mostly use them on the paper, so this time I decided to use them on the canvas. And method is same. You have to peel out your peel-ons from the main sheet and put it where you want to, and then after using, I'm using here the stick which came with it. You can use your bone folders also. This is a kind of ice cream stick or a craft stick. And then if you feel that it's not come out completely on the panel, just make sure to position it on the same place. That's why I'm using my both the hands. One is kind of holding the thing and other kind of you know, giving that thing. So here I'm not use like I use very muted color flowers. I don't want to, you know, steal a show with those bright flower. First of all, I thought that I should paint a red lotus on it, but then I thought it will not, that maybe for the another project. So for particularly this project I decided to just remove that. You know, I want to get a focal point for this Buddha image only, so I just use this muted flowers and little bit of stars and one sun like moon on the top of it. And then I just add little bit of these small yellow nude drops. Again, I'm not using the bright color here, I'm just using the background shades which kind of going through the background, so my main focal image will be stay as long as it is. Then I decided to add some more things. So I choose this different stencil for it. It's also kind of mandala or rangoli pattern, and this time I choose little bit brighter shade. I choose the crimson red shade, and then we decide, I just use the same method. I use the same sponge, I wash it. Basically as a big sponge, I cut it into 4 parts. And then you can use a sponge dauber also. You can get a $1 store or Michael's. And then I'm adding little bit of red color. Now when you are adding in the vibrancy of colors in your already muted color palette, you have to make sure that you will not overdo it, just little bit, and that's it. So add more interest and little bit of contrast in your drawing. And at this moment I feel like it's completed. Then I wash everything like the stencils and the sponge, and then add little bit of more of those dots. But at least this complete my project. I hope you enjoyed this project. Let me know if you want to see more mixed media projects like this or something else on maybe card or canvas or big projects. I love to see your comments, so make sure to put what you like in our whole craft haul, and soon I will see you on the other side with using all those products. And until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye, take care.